Hello everybody, my name is Beth. Welcome back to my channel, and this is December the 19th. I'm here today to tell you my classics that I will be reading in 2024. I failed miserably this year, in the year of 2023, with the ones that my sister picked out for me. So I took some that I want to read and some that she had recommended. And those are kind of what I have gravitated toward. So I'm looking at my three little stacks here. I only have 15. So if I get those 15 finished, then I can always add some more. Okay, so first of all is one that I started but never finished, and that is Animal Farm by George Orwell. I've heard bits and pieces about this book, but other than talking animals, I really can't remember. I know it's supposed to be very significant and like Russia, dealing with Russia and stuff, but yeah. So I will have to do a little bit of research and to really understand what this one is about. I had something on my mind that I was going to say, and I do not remember what that something was after I said it. Okay, anyway, I apologize. I am filming on my phone. I have not made it over to my mom's to pick up my iPad, but I mean, it is what it is, right? And as you can see, I've been filming and stacking books, trying to get ready for the new year. And at some point during my break, I would like to reorganize my bookshelves, because a couple of the bookshelves over here that you never see because there's stuff in front of them look a lot better than the ones over here that are piled up. Anyway, so apologies for that. All right, the next one is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. This one is about this guy has his picture painted, and he's very vain, and he's looking at the picture, and the picture is not getting older, and he looks better in the picture than he does in person. And so anyway, that's what I've heard. This one is also on my 52 books in 52 weeks challenge, so it will definitely be read, so that's good. The next one is Macbeth by Shakespeare, and I like these No Fear Shakespeare because it has the very today's standard reading of it on one side, and then the Shakespearean language on the other side. And I have read Macbeth a long time ago in school, but you know, that's a long time ago. I do study with my kids. I teach them about Julius Caesar, so that is also something I want to look into, maybe reading if I get time, maybe around the time that I teach it. The next one is one that I'm actually going to be reading in January, and it was a mom pick. So that is Emma. This is actually the copy that I said I had a better copy of, but I'll probably read the other one because I will like to tab it, and it is a wider, it's not a small paperback like this one. So that will be a little bit nicer. My boys, my four-legged fur babies, are laying here, and that's what I keep looking at because there's a box with my husband's Christmas in it, and they've been trying to get into it. They're nosy. So I have no idea what Emma is about. Emma is by Jane Austen, if you don't know. I know it's about I do know what it's about. She's a matchmaker, but she doesn't think love will ever find her. So, and Mr. Knightley is in this one. All right. The next one on my list is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. And as if you've been to my channel and watched any of my videos, I've also been reading a Dean Koontz version of Frankenstein, and still need to finish that series. I have 2 more books. I still have not moved on from it. Cooper, hush. He wants over in his chair and Smitty is blocking him. But I do want to reread this year, this coming year. Come here. He's so mean to his Bubba. All right, if you just see this back here, this is my wheel that my husband made for me. I had not intended for him to make it as soon as I said something about it, but he went out there and made it. So I haven't painted it yet, and it's been sitting in my office for months. And he keeps saying, are you ever going to use that thing? Yes, but you made it too soon. So the next one is actually, I think, one of my sister's favorite classics, and it's William Faulkner's Intruder in the Dust. I did start this one too, and it's actually got highlights and stuff because it is a used book. I don't mind that, you know. Another one I don't know really anything about. I do know it's got some racial injustices. I'm looking on the back, so we'll see. Then we have Paradise Lost by John Milton, and this is the story of Adam and Eve as told by John Milton. And I'm looking forward to this one. I have Edgar Allan Poe. I want to definitely read The Murders of the Rue Morgue, or In the Rue Morgue. The Murders in the Rue Morgue. I have others tabbed because they're shorter. I have The Fall of the House of Usher, The Telltale Heart, and then that's just miscellaneous poems. But the only one I wrote down was Murders in the Rue Morgue. Again, intention. Sometimes the words just do not come when you need them to. Is to read this around summer, but it just depends on the prompts and the spinner wheels and what I need at the time. But I do want to read the Odyssey by Homer, and this one is translated by Robert Fagles, I think is how you pronounce it, and it is told in verse. And I want to read this because I teach about Homer and the Odyssey. Now, I don't teach a whole lot about it. We just cover it, you know, and they learned that Homer was a blind poet, and he wrote the Odyssey and the Iliad, and they learn what they are, you know, what they tell. And so anyway, the next 3 are some more chunkers. And so, but 2 of them are books that I just love this author immensely, and they were up for, I picked 3 for my mom to choose from. These 2 and Emma, and she chose, of course, the romance. So the first one is A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens, and this is about the French Revolution, and yeah, I mean, it's a classic. The next one is my sister's favorite Charles Dickens, and that is Bleak House. I say this like y'all know my sister, but I also say it because she is why I chose most of the books that I chose. Or I chose them because of teaching what I teach. unless they move me to a different area at the end of the year. I still plan to be teaching 6th grade history, which our standards are early man into early U.S. history. I just barely cover any U.S. history at all, because by the time we get there, it's time for testing and stuff. Right now we just finished ancient Greece and ancient Rome, and we tested over it, and we will be covering religions next. So all the different kinds of religions, and they're going to actually do a study on that. So do some research. So anyway, Bleak House, and this is about a trial, and this is by Charles Dickens. And from what I read on the synopsis, because I'm not well versed in classics, but it's my intention to get there. This is about an inheritance. Somebody has died, and the inheritance is drained in this trial because it's going to court costs and such. So I don't know. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but don't yell at me, please. Because I'm here to tell you I'm not well versed. That's why I didn't tell you very much about A Tale of Two Cities. And I could tell you, I could read the synopsis, but anyway. The last one I've been wanting to read for a while, and it's quite a big chunk or two, but it's The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas, or I don't know how you say it. I'm guessing that's how you say it, but it's about a guy that was thrown in prison for a crime he didn't commit, and he learns while he's in prison about a treasure on the Isle of Monte Cristo. So I know it's lengthy. I'm hoping I can get a good audiobook for it and just kind of make my way through it. I don't want to go through it really quick, but anyway, those are my... So I want to read the 2 Anne Bronte books. The first one being The Tenant of Wildfell Hall. I'll put a picture in here. I don't know anything about this. I love the Bronte sisters, and I want to read from all 3 of them. So I want to read all the books they have out. So I thought I'd read these. So the next one will be, of course, Agnes Grey. And I put a picture up here. And again, I know nothing about this one as well. And I'm still looking for the 15th one, because I had the Fellowship of the Rings, but I don't think I'm ready to go off into that one yet. So I will be right back when I make my decision. By Walt Whitman. It's pretty short, but I'm sure it says a lot. So we got that one. And I also ordered John Steinbeck's East of Eden. And I listened to a gentleman on BookTube talk about this book, and it is the reenactment of the fall of Adam and Eve and the poisonous rivalry of Cain and Abel, is what I believe he was saying as well. So I want to read this one after I read Paradise Lost. It will be good to kind of compare them. I don't have the next 2 that I want to put on here. And I know I'm kind of, loading up, but I can also, I'm not pushing myself to read all of these, but I want options. And yeah, I can't make my choices right now. So I have Far from the Madding Crowd by Thomas Harding. I really would like to read a Thomas Harding. And the other one is Song of Solomon by Toni Morrison. So I don't know what either of these books are about. So anyway, that is my list. And it just got a little longer. I know some of them will be a lot easier to read than others, and we'll just see how it goes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed all this chattiness and beating around the bush, and eventually the plane landed. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, just click that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.